Welcome to Franchise Empires. Speaking of your Twitter account, I'm looking at your bio right now, and it says high school dropout who turned a 10-cent cigarette sale into a $100 million a year gas distribution business. So, what is, and I've read, your tweets on this and all that, but I think it'd be good for the audience who maybe isn't familiar with you. What was that like dropping out of high school? How did this all happen? At least let's just start with like chapter one.
Okay, so my family owned a gas station in downtown Atlanta. I grew up in a split household. Okay, and so I was living with my mom, and then I'd visit my dad on the weekends. So on the weekends, I would work at the gas station and just cutting grass, cleaning bathrooms, stocking coolers, just the basics. Okay, so did it my whole life. And when I was in high school, I think there was a couple things going on. I think I have some sort of a learning disability where I just I just could not get the idea. I couldn't figure out why I was here in school. Probably like a lot of people did. And then I'm very hard-headed. I'm very defiant. And I decided at that point I was through with school. And this was not a popular decision in the house by any stretch. And so I went, after I made that decision, my dad said, well, that's great. If you want to drop out of high school, then you have to work. And so at that point, I was presented with the opportunity to work at the gas station, and I worked the second shift. So I worked at the second shift at the gas station in downtown Atlanta. And that's where I really, learned the industry. It was never like everything I've done is self-taught. I watched my dad, but my dad did not say, this is how you do this, and this is how you do this. I just kind of watched and got experience doing it. And so I did that for a long time. And while I was there, I picked up bad habits. I'm working downtown Atlanta, started smoking cigarettes. There's a lot of people who, when you're working in the inner city, who have no money, panhandlers and whatever, and they're coming up to me going, hey, may I have a cigarette? And, you did it for as long as you could. And then you're going, look, man, I started off making $3 a day, then $5 a day. And then my dad moved me up to minimum wage, and I felt like it was raining. Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making $3 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a little over, let's call it $3.25 an hour. So I was making, $3 an hour, and the people were wanting a cigarette. And I was like, look, I can't afford both of our habits. Give me a dime, I give you the cigarette. And so we started doing that. And that's what led to the next thing. Okay. Which was my check cashing business. But that's all it was. I started selling the cigarettes one at a time. And, the lesson there, I want people to understand, is like, you do not know when your next big opportunity is coming from. You will probably meet your spouse in a situation when you least expect it, and you will probably get into your career or your industry from a way that you didn't expect, just something small, and how it can spark, and just how one thing leads to another. So that's how that started out. So sold the cigarettes, kind of built that up, and it gave me the seed money to get into my check cashing business.
Damn. Okay. Wow. That's a hell of a starting spot, man. $3 a day. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but you're living at home. You're eating parents' food. I mean, it's just like, it's not like, I needed anything, I'd cut the grass at home. I got $7. So I guess I was valued more at home than I was, at the gas station.
Yeah. Fair enough.